Hey guys, I've been meaning to make this video for you for a while, for a good several weeks now, and I keep trying, and I either get interrupted, or my camera goes dead, or I find that I'm out of memory, but finally it is happening. So this video is about the burning times. It's a sobering, overarching memory that whether or not you believe in things like past lives, this is something that has happened to humans not all that long ago, just a few hundred years ago. And it bears talking about because a lot of us have more sensitivity than maybe we say, or maybe we can see things a little deeper, or we know we have skills, talents, energetic gifts that it's scary to share. Why is it scary? Well, because we got taken out a lot. For instance, everybody knows about the Salem witch trials, but no one actually got burned at the Salem witch trials. They were killed other ways. And there are people out there who will say to me, oh yeah, I was burned in Salem, I can remember it. And that's not necessarily true, but Salem is what we know the words for. Where they might have gotten burned, might have been the US, might have been Europe. It happened all over. So last Halloween, 2018, I had some interesting memories, and also, I was about to get esoteric, so brace yourself, also alternate timeline visions of burnings of witches. And when I say the word witch, I don't necessarily mean practicing Wiccan practitioner. I mean someone who understands things like herbal medicines, phases of the moon, what people mean at a deeper level, who can feel energies, who can see energies, who can talk to ghosts or spirits, these types of things, which are natural human occurrences from time to time. It's no more uncommon than musical talent or fascination with math or any other type of thing that just happens every so often, but that everyone has a possibility to hone. Anyway, I was having some memories of the burning times, and so I decided to, rather than shrink back against it and go, ooh, that hurts, I don't like thinking about that, I don't like remembering that. I know a lot of you guys remember it, you talk to me about it all the time, and in my work I have a unique perspective because I know a lot of you guys will talk to me about things that you might not talk to other people about because you're afraid of the response you'll get. So anyways, rather than pull it back, I said, all right, let me just dive in and see what we got from that. Why did so many of us choose to do that? What is the deal with it? And I still haven't fully unpacked exactly what it was, but it was something about understanding the element of fire and also going through a type of karmic lesson with people and a tamping down of certain abilities so that we could experience a very physical life. But now, at the age of Aquarius's entrance, here we are, bringing it back all online. Anyway, so I'm thinking about these things and I'm remembering a past lives because I do believe in reincarnation because I've seen it and remember it and have had plenty of 3D validation that what I've remembered is true, like what I'm about to tell you. So I'm sitting there remembering burning times, and I had this memory of when one of our type would be condemned, and we knew that it was going down. We knew there was nothing we could do to help. We couldn't break them out. I mean, you could, but we were in small villages. They would find you, didn't know where to go. There was no other option at that point. Once we knew someone was going to get taken out, we would go visit them because we were secretive about where we were at this point. No one knew who was in this order, so to speak. So we had to be subtle about it. There were various ways. One of them was giving the gift of an acorn, which you guys might have seen on my Instagram account. Anyway, that's another subject. But I would go to the prison where they were holding my friends who were about to die and give these sachets, however you want to say it, of herbs wrapped in cloth. And they would tuck them in their clothes. And then when they would burn, the heat would smoke the herbs, and the herb smoke was part psychedelic and part poison. So it would give you a ecstatic experience and kill you. So the fires didn't do the damage to your spirit through the pain and suffering that they could have otherwise. It was a last-ditch effort. And I think someone also gave the same to me eventually because I got taken out that way as well. So I was remembering that. And I was remembering a few people that I know in this life that I remembered back then. Not necessarily the full story, but I knew it. So Fast forward a couple weeks, that was pretty intense. Okay, great, but move on. This kind of stuff happens to me all the time, so okay, great. And then I found myself in a library in Hammondsport, New York. And in the wrong section of the library, I found this book. Can you see it? It's called Witches. Sorry, it seems like it might not be easy for you guys to see. Ah, there we go. The book is called Witches by Nancy Garden, okay? All right, can't really see it. And I just happened to open the book and start reading through it. And I started seeing the counts of the people who had died through some type of execution. And now, considering that record keeping was not all that awesome, these are the kind of numbers. This is why we get freaked out talking about this stuff, you guys. Okay, from 1347 to 1400 in France, 67 executed. 1428 to 1434 in Switzerland, 200 executed. 1437 in France, 150. 1482 to 1486 in Switzerland, 48. 1507, Spain, 30. 1515, Switzerland, 500. 1524, Italy, 1,000. 1582, France, 134 people in 4 days. 1589 in Germany, 133 people in 1 day. 1589 in Germany, 44 women and 4 men. 1591 to 1600 in Switzerland, 300 people. 1599 in Switzerland, 300 people. 1622 to 23 in Germany, 600 people. 1626 in Germany, 85 people. 1622 to 1623 in Germany, 900 people. Salzburg, Austria, 1678, 90 people. It goes on and on and on. And that's just the records that they kept. Archive's been taken out. What is that? That's over 300 years of executing hundreds of people. And it's significant. Can you imagine what that would be like in these cities where, oh yeah, just killing more people? And the ways that they would test it were, of course, full of torture and tricks and things that you couldn't win. Like if they toss you into the water and you drown, you're not a witch. Great. But if they toss you into water and you float, you're a witch. Or they would have these pins they would stick you with, and they said that real witches couldn't feel the pain because they were being protected by dark energies. And so they had these needles that had a reservoir behind them, so they would appear to be poking you, but it wouldn't actually poke you. It would just slide into the reservoir, so you would be tricked into seeming to be one. Okay, so I'm flipping through this book, and then I see a quote from an unknown author. I've never read this book before. I've never even seen this book before. Okay. This is the quote. If you go steadfast to the pyre, the place where they would burn you, and these words are all in caps, drugs will reach you. And now not caps anymore. And you will feel not, but will go to death and what lies beyond, the ecstasy of the goddess. When I saw that, essentially talking about exactly what I'd seen in my past life memory, I was, of course, a little bit freaked out. And I also happened to be with my friend who I remember from those times. So I talked to her about it. And pretty much when I talk to anyone about it who feels aligned in these ways, they get these feelings going through them, intense energy waves going through them. Some of you guys might be feeling this right now. So I'm just saying, if you're scared about coming out of the witchy magician closet, you have good cause to be. But luckily for us, these days we live in a world where we're not killed for being sensitive, and it's nice. But the memories and the pain is real. And I think often it was so much frenzy and just fear and scapegoating. And so all the more reason for us, because I'm sure we've all been on both sides of it sometime or another, all the more reason for us to accept each other's differences and to look at the skills each other have with love. Because the truth is, and this is what a lot of stuff comes from, is envy, competition, desire to dominate. The truth is there's no such thing as competition because we all want different things. Your perfect life is not the same life as my perfect life, and etc., etc. We don't have to fight over stuff. We want different stuff, and we can all have what we need and what we want if we support each other. So send you guys love from my winter home. I've got a fire burning over there. I'm making some Ascended Adornment bracelets. They'll be available in the next few days. Check out my Insta if you want to find them. Yeah, send you guys love. And I just want you to know that everything evens out in time. Life can be beautiful and life can be rough and all in between, and that's the point of it. But if we just always do our best, we don't have to be perfect, we can't be. But if we do our best, it comes back around and we're always glad that we did. Much love to you guys. Bye.